This is my Epiphone Casino. I bought this earlier this year from my local big box guitar store, paid full price for it, and it's pretty quickly become one of my favorite guitars. I've said this before in videos, but this thing actually really does punch well above its weight class. And when I'm just sitting around up here playing guitars, generally this is one of the first ones that I go for. But it's not perfect. Basically, its biggest shortcoming are these pickups, these stock Chinese-made P-90s. To me, they don't really capture the true character of what a casino should sound like. They're a little dark, they're a little muddy, and on top of that, the wiring, being a budget-minded import guitar, leaves a little bit to be desired. So, in today's video, I'm going to take my casino down to my friends at Righteous Guitars, and we're going to swap these pickups out for a new set of Lollars that I purchased yesterday. And we're also going to rewire the guitar. We're gonna do new pots, new caps, possibly a new switch. And I think once we're done, this is going to be an absolute ripper. I think this thing's gonna be one of the best sounding guitars I have up here. So the pickups I got are a set of Lollars. I bought them from another local guitar shop yesterday, Atlanta Discount Music. They actually had some in stock. These are Lollar hand-wound P-90s. They're both black covers, but you might notice something interesting here. The bridge and neck are in two different boxes. Now, this is Lollar's current packaging. So this is a new pickup. This is from 2021. But this one is actually stamped neck 2014. This pickup's almost 10 years old. Well, eight years old. Basically, Jimmy down at Atlanta Discount Music told me that they had split these two sets up at one time, and they had a set, but it doesn't matter, you get it. Before we jump in and hear this guitar though, a quick plug. Please subscribe. It's really important. It really helps the channel out. According to my analytics, over 60% of people that watch this channel on a normal basis are not subscribed. And my eventual goal is to get up to 1 million subscribers. So it would really help me out if you click that subscribe button. Also, I have a brand new video course dropping next week. It's my first mini guitar course that's designed to be taken in one sitting. It's basically like one really long guitar lesson on the intro to slide guitar and the open E tuning. So if you're slide curious, or you've been playing slide for a little while and you want to hone in on some of your fundamentals, some of the foundational knowledge, this course is for you. And we're running a promotional pre-order offer down in the description box below. With all that out of the way, let's hear this guitar in its stock form one more time. How often do you swap pickups on hollow bodies?
We swap them all the time, like pretty frequently.
Yeah. It is a little bit more involved, right, than
It's a lot more involved. So if you go to a shop to get a typical pickup swap, you can probably expect to play close to double if you're doing a hollow body or a semi-hollow.
Now, one thing I was noticing is on the Casino, the pickup covers are different heights. So how are we gonna fix that?
So we're actually going to use a shim pack to get underneath them and raise your new pickups up.
Okay, so we're not gonna use the metal covers anymore.
Unless you want to.
I don't. And then we're also gonna do wiring.
Yeah, so if you're going to replace the electronics on or the pickups on an imported guitar, it really makes sense just to go ahead and replace the guts. We're going to put some CTS pots, just good classic CTS pots, Switchcraft switch, and a Switchcraft jack, and replace the wiring itself. That way you have a really good flow through the whole thing, because you're only going to be as strong as your weakest link when it comes to electronics.
Yeah. All right, step one.
Take strings off.
When do we get to use this?
Well, only if we really have to get inside of the guitar.
Wait, do you have a bigger one here?
Maybe. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Look at you.
They come in pretty handy, actually.
So I swapped the pickups on my Black Falcon like 3 or 4 years ago. And I did it, but it was not easy. So what tips do you have for someone who might be swapping a semi-hollow or hollow body guitar?
Well, the way I was taught was you would take some fishing wire and actually tie off onto each pot so you could pull it through, right? And have the wires hanging out, do all your wire work, and then pull it back through.
Right.
That's probably the easiest way to do it. A lot of times I just do it with my pinky. You can also build, if you have some thicker wire, you could build a kind of like a ground bus kind of thing, like a wire that's soldered to each pot, like Hammer used to do. And that way the whole thing moves as one unit and you can slide it in. So both of those ways work pretty well. And then if you're gonna be, this is the one that's hard to get in. So if you take a 1/4-inch jack and just shave it or make your own where it's just the tip. So I can take that jack out, snake it through, and then I can just pull it back through.
Yeah, just the tip.
Just the tip. So see, now when I need to get it back, I can just pull it right back through.
Yeah.
Super easy. And if you're taking your knobs off, a lot of people sit there and pry on them. It's actually easier just to put your cloth underneath it and wrap it around, right, like that. And then you can pull it up. Like that.
Wow.
Less likely if you use like a screwdriver or something, you're more likely to break something. You know? And then you want to get rid of these, right?
Yeah, no more thumb bleeders.
Thank you. I hate those.
I'm excited to swap this switch out because it feels so, I don't know how to describe it, like.
It's not smooth.
Yeah. Feels cheap.
But to be fair, I mean, the price of the guitar it's not bad.
No. I think I paid $700 for this.
That's not bad. So you notice I didn't tie a string to that.
Yep.
Because I can reach it really easily. That's not gonna be a problem for me to get back in there.
Got it.
And actually, I can reach all of them except that one, and even that one I can almost get. See, I can reach them with my pinky. If you can't, you for sure want to tie off.
Okay.
You know? So I'll just tie off on that one.
Okay.
That's just easier for me. So these guys, see, I'll just pull that right over.
Yeah.
Make sure my knot's good. That's off. Now we'll take the pickups out and this whole thing will kind of come out. Now there's a ground on these. I think it's coming off of this. That's the only thing that will keep us from just taking everything out.
Got it.
So one of the cool things about the casinos and 330s is there's not a block.
Right.
So we can pull it all out through the sound holes, or through the pickup holes. So there's usually a clip or something underneath here that's holding the wires like that. Not always, but a lot of guitars have it. And then you see, like now, we've got full access.
Oh yeah.
Right in here.
Yeah, that's great.
So here's how some people will install your new pickups in your hollow body guitar. They won't do any of the stuff we just did, and they'll actually just cut it right there and wire your new pickup in. That's pretty common. I see that people do a lot, but then this is garbage, which is debatable, right? Whether you want to keep that or not. But that's how a lot of people would do it. We're just going to replace the whole thing. What I'm going to do is get over here, pull these guys out. There's your ground. That's likely going right here. And actually, they're full-size pots, though.
That's good.
That's kind of cool. Okay, so let's see what we got. Get the rest of this stuff over here. Now you see my wire, right? My string.
Yep.
So I don't even need it to stay attached to that pot very much. I just need to have that loop through so I can get to it. So there's another clip right here.
Okay.
So they're trying to keep it where the wires aren't showing.
Yeah, through the F-hole.
As much. Okay, so that white wire.
Yep.
Right here. Kill that. I'm just gonna cut it. Were these noiseless? They were, weren't they? And now with that disconnected, I can get everything out. So there it is. There's all your guts. Our neck tone, neck volume, bridge tone.
I mean, dude, that doesn't look
Doesn't look
that
bad.
bad. That wiring doesn't look bad at all. I mean, look at those solder joints are nice and clean.
So now basically all of this is gonna go, like all of it. So this is just a little piece of fiberboard. I know Emerson uses them, a few different people use them. We keep them around just to make it easy to wire stuff up. Convenient little trick.
So it's just like a little template.
Yeah.
And then you can do all your wiring
Correct.
to the back of it.
Yep. And then that way when you're done, you can just take it out and slide it in.
So we're doing 50s wiring on this. What does that mean?
It's a tricky question. I mean, yeah, you can explain exactly what it is, but why does that matter? So with 50s wiring, as you roll your volume pot back, you will lose less treble. So it kind of gets rid of the problem needing a treble bleed. Right. Whereas modern wiring, you may want to put a treble bleed on it to combat that. But modern wiring's tone pot will be more controlled, like have more range, and 50s wiring will have a little bit less range. But 50s wiring is what I like. Even though the potentiometers we took out do look like full-size pots, and they are, but they're metric, and we're going to have to widen these holes in order for our new pots to fit. So I'm using a reamer. I'm going to go in here and not be afraid, and just widen them a hair.
So that is one thing to be conscious of if you're swapping pickups on an import guitar versus an American-made guitar. Oftentimes the sizes are different between imperial or metric, and it's not just potentiometers or switches to think about. You might also have different hole sizes for the bridge or the tuners. Basically any hole that's drilled into your guitar might not be a direct one-to-one replacement. Actually looks better in the factory.
If you're going to do it, have a good reamer. So we've grounded everything. These have a little extra room since the holes in the guitar are a little wider space than this. I put a stupid little bracket because it's funny and it doesn't affect anything. And then you've got your 50s wiring with an orange drop cap, which will work perfectly wonderfully.
Beautiful, beautiful wiring job. I think this might be the best wiring job of any Chinese casino.
Okay.
We good?
Looks like she's working.
Wow. All right, so now what's the next step? You will drop everything in?
Yep.
Now when do the shims come in?
Once we get the bridge pickup in, the shims will go underneath the bridge pickup to raise its height. It'll leave a space that you'll see, but that's part of it.
Do you realize that if I did this, this would take me 7 hours. I would damage the guitar. I would wire it wrong and have to redo it 3 or 4 times.
Okay, I've done that. And clearly I've damaged ones too, told the story.
Man, that's so clean.
See? So now I can pop that in. I'll go ahead and pull my jack in. Oh, you know what I almost forgot? Since you love these things, I'll use them.
Ground wire?
Yeah, you gotta wire that bridge ground. And this wire is actually, yeah, it's going to this on the bottom end.
Okay.
If you took that off, there's a wire hanging out down there, and that's actually your bridge ground. So that's why when you touch your strings, the guitar doesn't hum as much.
Yeah, so you got kind of this bus bar thing going all the way around there.
Yeah, that's what Hamer used to do, and I really like it.
Yeah.
You know, it was really cool working on their guitars because you could take everything out as one. They used a big, very big piece, but you could lift the entire assembly out, fix it, put it back in.
Nice.
Really nice. Plus, since I have it done like that, I can move everything as one.
Yeah, right.
Just pull it through.
So we got it in.
Got it in. Gonna put a riser on. Look at the height. I may not even need a riser, dude.
Really? So what are you looking for right now?
Well, I know that the saddle is going to end up just a little higher than the angle of the fretboard. So I'm just seeing where it's going to land since we don't have strings on it.
Oh man, the black covers look so much
Looks
better.
a lot better. Yeah. All right, so we tested it, appears to work fine. So basically now we're going to restring it, put the tail piece back on. We did replace the bridge ground, so I'm going to cut that, and that'll be a bare piece of wire that's actually underneath this. And that way, whenever you touch the strings, the guitar will ground and you'll get rid of a little bit of hum. Since we act like antennas, this is how we kind of counter that. And pretty much all guitars will hum. Almost every single guitar will hum when you lift your hands off of it because it's active. That's why. The bridge ground is grounding, you're grounding yourself. That's where we're at. We're gonna go through and put it back together.
That's what I wanted this guitar to sound like when I first bought it. It's much more punchy, it's articulate, it's brighter. Even if I roll the volume up just a touch, you get this like, it was way darker before. Yeah, dude, this is way better. So that made all the difference in the world to me. These new pickups, these new Lollars, take this guitar to another level, and I thought they would. This is not the first pickup swap I've ever done on a guitar, and every time I've done it, it's made a noticeable step up in the guitar's just overall sound and feel and quality. And part of that is due to the new wiring that we did. Especially with these import guitars, like Ben was saying, if you're gonna go through the trouble of redoing the pickups, you might as well replace the wiring. But just beware, you're gonna run into some issues in terms of different sizes between imperial and metric and things like that. But overall, this guitar now sounds like a casino to me. This is the casino sound that I had in my head when I first bought this thing a few months ago. It's kind of twangy and woody, almost nasally a little bit in the bridge, and it's much brighter and it's more articulate than the old pickups. Same thing with the neck. The neck has more of a sweeter response. It's more bright, more articulate in the top end. And then the middle position does that kind of meters funk thing super well. So yeah, overall, I couldn't be happier with this. I really like the Lollar Dog Ear P-90s, and again, I bought these, paid full price for them. Lollar's not sponsoring this video in any way, neither is Epiphone. But huge thanks to Ben and the whole team at Righteous for taking the time to throw these new pickups in my guitar. Anytime you're working on a semi-hollow or hollow body guitar, it is quite the time-consuming process to redo the pickups. And I know because I've done it myself on my Black Falcon. So what do you think about the new pickups? Let me know in the comments section down below. And while you're there, be sure to check out the pre-order sale going on for my brand new Intro to Slide mini course. The course will never be this discounted ever again. So be sure to get on that if you're interested, and subscribe while you're down there as well. I'll have links to Righteous guitars as well as links to the particular Lollar pickups that I put in this guitar in the description box down below if you're interested in that. I'll also have some affiliate links to this guitar, this Chinese Epiphone Casino, which once again has proved itself to punch way above its weight class in my not so humble opinion. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Rhett Shull, and remember, there is no plan B.